So we thought we'd just share a little bit about why we anchor usually rather than staying at a marina. So there's several reasons why we prefer anchoring.
I guess the biggest one is get home cooked meals at a leisurely pace.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost them anything.
It is.
Also, we're not right on top of our neighbors at a dock. They're like 3 feet away.
Yeah, it's much quieter and much more peaceful being at anchor.
And it usually comes with a view.
Always.
So when you stay at a marina overnight, and you have to get up and leave the next morning, it's a whole lot more complicated. You've got to unplug the electricity, you've got to untie your lines, you got to put our headsets on so we can hear each other. You got to make sure the fenders are where they need to be so they don't get hung up if we're leaving, and it's time consuming and complicated. So I noticed this morning when we get ready to leave an anchorage, we really don't even talk to each other. David has his quiet cup of coffee, and then I wait for him to do his engine checks and whatnot. He starts the engines, and I still am sitting there having my coffee, and he gets a few things ready up top, like navigation and whatnot, and we don't even talk to each other. I watch him go out on the bow, and I know that's my cue to go up top on the flybridge, and I just put the gears usually in forward, and he pulls the anchor up with his little remote control, and we're off. So some of the preparations that you need to think about when you're going into a marina to tie up at a dock overnight are, number one, you got to contact the marina and make sure there is a dock available and whether or not you can afford it. And then you need to get things ready, like, we always get our ears, our
headsets.
Our headsets ready.
Yep. Make sure that there's lines on both sides of the boat at all the cleats.
All the lines we need.
Fenders are stationed, so where they're going to be located once we get into the slip.
So they can be easily deployed if we need to do that, which usually we do.
And you have to figure out the currents and tides and wind, so you don't bang up too bad.
Yeah, are we going to go in bow first? Are we going to go in stern first? Where's the power hookup? Grab a boat hook because you never know.
So once we get in and tied up, the fenders need to be placed, spring lines placed, power plugged in, water hooked up.
And those power lines are heavy.
To tell you the truth, it's 45 minutes before you can open up the beer.
Yeah, it's true.
Dropping an anchor, 2 minutes later, you're sitting there enjoying it.
We do like that easy anchor. So on the other hand, if you're going to come into an anchorage, what are the preparations that need to be done for that?
Well, first, make sure there's enough room for you in the anchorage. That you have a safe and comfortable spot to anchor, and plenty of swing room.
So no calls to anybody. You just go in, take a look, and it's like, oh, there's a spot. We got enough space. We'll take it.
Yeah.
You go in, and what is required for anchoring?
Drop the anchor.
Oh, you need an anchor.
And plenty of chain.
What do you got for an anchor?
We have a 45-pound Manson Supreme.
Okay. Does it hold pretty well?
We've been using it for 5 years. We've only drug twice, and that's because we anchored on a weed bed, but not a problem.
It's rare that we, Do you sleep well at night?
Like a baby.
Yeah. And we have an anchor alarm always, activated, so that's good insurance. What else do you need other than an anchor to anchor? Chain,
windlass, so you can pull it up.
Oh, that's always handy. So,
snubber or bridle, so tension's not against the windlass all night.
Yeah. So, how long does it take to anchor?
3 minutes.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes. So yesterday when we pulled into our anchorage, I was at the helm for the last maybe hour of our trip. David was down back, reading, not even paying attention to where we are. All of a sudden, I was at our anchor spot, and I just put the boat in neutral and backed down the engines, and I said, okay, we're here, drop the anchor. That was it. It was that easy.
Yeah, there is a courtesy if you're in an anchorage with other boats around to ask the boats nearest to you how much rope or chain they have out, so that if boats do swing from wind or current changes, that you're not going to overlap your swing circles. How deep is it?
5.5, which is really 6.5.
5.5?
Yep, 5.5. I thought it'd be interesting to find out, what does everybody else do when they're traveling up and down the ICW or going around the loop? Do you prefer to anchor? Do you prefer to go into a marina? What's your choice and why? So comment, let us know.